Welcome to Ladies Court with Tosinfayo. Hello, all my ladies. Yes, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 series of the Ladies Court. So we're in 2021 at last. Wow, 2020 was really, tough. It shook a lot of us. It came like one mighty warrior, a roaring lion. Yes, let me call it a roaring lion. And here we are. Okay, so talk about the pandemic, COVID-19. Talk about the protests that happened here in this part of the world. And those ones are even general. Let's talk about those ones that happen to people privately or personally. They cannot even come out to discuss it with anyone. But here we are. 2020 is gone. Like the almighty 2020, so we called it. And we are here in 2021. That's to tell you we are actually more than conquerors. Yes, that's what the Bible calls us. If you're watching this video right now and you have your mouth with you, if you don't mind, please help me to say something to God in heaven. God, thank you. Hey, thank you. A lot of water have passed under the bridge, but hey, we are still here, hale and healthy. Personally, I want to thank God because nobody had to take this over from me because I am probably in the hospital or something happened, but I'm grateful to God because I can host you, my ladies, again, my lovely, amiable ladies, again on this show, the Ladies Court 2021. Oh my God, I'm grateful. Okay, so yes, let me officially welcome you all to the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. In 2020, I was saying Happy New Year in advance, but right now it is Happy New Year. Wow, thank God. Okay, so the year is so young right now, and if you really want to know, a lot of things that have actually happened to a lot of people, even the infantry of the new year, as young as the new year is, a lot has seriously happened to a lot of people. And if you are here, if you're healthy listening to this video, just go ahead and say thanks to God. There is nothing more you should be asking God this month, at least for the first month of the year. Just go ahead and say thank God, thank God, thank God. For those who went through a lot in the year 2020 all by themselves, and when they pulled through, it wasn't by your power, trust me, it was God on your side. So just say thanks to God. Like seriously, even if you're not a Christian and you're listening to this video or watching this video, you can still go ahead and say thank you, Almighty God. After all, God is God. Anyway, for everyone, God is God. Okay, so you're welcome on this show for today, the month of January's edition. Yes, the Ladies Court. My name still remains Tosinfayo, and I'm glad, like super glad, to be your host on this show again this year, 2021. And of course, I must promise you, this year promises to be wow. Yes, every topic I'll be bringing to you this year is going to really be expository and amazing as well as interesting. Yes, don't forget last year we had a series of guests. This year would not be different. We'll still be having amazing, knowledgeable, intelligent guests. Yes, sometimes it will be men, but like almost all the time it will be ladies because we're dealing with ladies on this show. But whenever need calls for it, we'll have men as our guests. But for today, I'll be doing it all alone because I really don't want it to take much of a time. I want to make it brief, precise, and meaningful at the same time. Trust me, Tosinfayo still remains Tosinfayo. Yes. Okay, so for this month, we will be talking about, it's New Year. So we'll be talking about New Year, new lady. Yes, tell it to yourself. New year, new me. New year, new Tosinfayo. You can call your name there. New year, new lady. That's the topic I've got for you for this month edition of the Ladies Courts. Okay, so many times we form some, toxic, hazardous, harmful habits, or we actually build up some behavioral patterns, and we usually won't or don't realize their negative effects on our marriage. Well, this is the major reason I came to you this new year with the topic New Year, New You. That is New Lady. As a married lady, actually, that is why I came with that topic. So we know there are a lot of things we should not be doing in our marriages that we are doing. What are those acidic behaviors you have romanced for years and they have been taking their evil toll on your marriage or on your home? Well, it's high time you broke up with them, and that is why I am here this month with this topic. Meanwhile, I came in peace. There are a lot of such habits, but I would just be, mentioning a few of them. So we start this new year on a clean slate, with our darling, amiable, interesting, and valuable hobbies. Yes, if you really love your husband, you would want to do things that will make him happy all the time. Trust me, if you are, hellbound in love with your spouse, you would not want to do anything that will make him angry. You don't want to do anything that will make him look, worried, or you don't want to do anything that will make him feel, any form of regret, going into the marriage with you. The first thing I want to talk about today: quit mothering your hobby. Mothering as in mothering, the mother, thing. Mothering your hobby. Why did I say that, and what do I mean by that? Well, from the way you talk to your husband, to the way you look at him, the way you respond to him whenever he talks to you, then you will know if you're actually mothering him or not. Well, a couple of ladies will always, talk to their husband as if they're talking to their child. As they dish out instructions to their husband, they just treat him like a trash, like one small boy somewhere when they talk to him, or when they respond to, questions they ask them, or to, matters. Yes. Now, I need to talk to us ladies. I am also involved in this anyways. I am not going to exempt myself because we all have our issues. We need to change. Don't talk to your husband as if you're talking to one small boy somewhere. At least some level of respect is needed. If you call him your husband, the Bible calls him your crown. Yes, your head. So your head should not be trampled on the ground. It should be, celebrated. Your husband should be, carried like egg because he's your head, and you don't want to, walk on the ground with your head. Your legs are meant to work for you and not your head. So if your husband is your head, treat him like one. Yes, I told you I came in peace this month. For this year, I'm here in peace. I'm for peace. Okay, but I just want us to, look at all these things, and turn a new leaf in this new year, because we need a new home that is bubbling with peace, with joy, and all-round love everywhere. Everywhere you should smell love, taste love, act love, speak love. Everything around you should, carry love. It should revolve around love. Yes. Okay, so if you are actually, doing things around your husband, you should do them with a lot of respect, not as if you're a slave to them, but like you just revere them, you just love them, you just respect them. If you love people, you want to respect them, and that is the case here. So don't micromanage your husband's movements. Yes, and of course, there is life. Your husband is going somewhere, you're just monitoring him everywhere. Fine, we have some people who have trust issues, which we actually dealt with last year. But then, in mothering your husband, you may not really, count it as anything. You may just feel like you are being protective. Yes, you are being protective. But like seriously, if you talk to yourself, you will know that is not an act of protectiveness. It's just a way of ridiculing your husband and then dropping the value he's supposed to have. Yes, from you. All right, so don't micromanage your husband's movements and life. Don't just be monitoring him everywhere like a monitoring spirit. Don't start calling him everywhere he goes, like, okay, where are you not going to come home, and all of that. And as ladies, we know how to do all these things. Yes, we need to actually change from all these behaviors. They won't take us far this year. All right, okay. Yes, another one is dress as a lady that you are. Every man wants to see their woman, looking takeaway, looking adorable, appearing As a queen that you are, yes, you're a queen. If you don't know, you should know now. You're a queen and you should dress like one. Look gorgeous every time for your husband, even when you're not going out of the house. A couple of times people would ask you when you dress, especially when I was in school. If I dress up and I'm done dressing up, even when I'm not going anywhere, people would start asking me, "Are you going out?" I say, "Well, do I have to look good only when I'm going out?" Oh yes, you dress as a queen, even when you're spending the whole of the day at home. Look good. Even when your husband is out of the home and nobody is with you at home, look good for yourself. And when your husband has to come home suddenly or to take you by surprise, you should still be looking good for him. Even when your husband has to come home with visitors, he won't be afraid that, "Oh, I don't know how my woman is dressing at home now, so that she will not disgrace me." Oh, come on. Don't be a disgrace to your husband, even when you don't know he's coming home. Yes, let him meet you every time. Let him meet you all set. Like, all set. Some people say I'm here to be hard on ladies this year. Oh no, I'm not being hard on ladies. I'm actually involved in all of this too. If you remember, I said it earlier in this video. Yes, we all need to just work on ourselves and make our marriage better, our home better, and everything better for ourselves because of our marriage. Yes, your marriage actually is you, and you are your marriage. You need to make it work as the woman, as the lady. You need to make your marriage work by all means. Yes, so after you've tried all your best and you see that, okay, things are not really working the way you want it to be, yes, then you can now, start asking questions of why. Because you will check yourself first and see that you've tried all you could. And then don't forget God in your prayers also, that God needs to help you to make it work. Anyways, to continue, moving on. Yes, dress as a lady that you are, as the queen that you are. Yes, don't start dressing like one old woman, like the man's old mom. Yes, even some grandmas still dress like, yes, and they have a date every day. Oh no, yes, that's how it's supposed to be. Dress like you have a date every day, and don't dress like your husband's mom. Oh no, hell. Okay, so that's just that. Another point here is giving back to back. I'm sure some of you will look like me like, what's the meaning of that? Like, what do you mean by giving back to back? Giving back to back. Oh yes, I mean, sex is important in marriage. Yes, it's very, very important. Men cannot hold for too long. Ladies, don't forget this. Men cannot hold for too long. I need to actually, gesticulate when it gets to this point. Men cannot hold for too long. And that's why you see some men going out there to do some nonsense with their, friends, with their wife's friends, with their wife's siblings, or with just anyone in skirt. You need to give him back to back. Like, oh, well, maybe I should point this out. Don't use fasting as an excuse. I've seen ladies using fasting as an excuse. Oh, I'm fasting for days. I'm on, marathon. I cannot do this. I cannot. Okay, if you're going to do that, I'm not saying you should not fast. You need to agree with your husband on this first. It's supposed to be an agreement between the two of you so that you will know he's holding on. But like, if you are going to be wise about your fasting, even don't do it for too long. Don't starve your husband because you're going spiritual. No, God Himself has said that we should not deprive them. Yes, don't deprive them, and don't use sex as a weapon for your husband. Your husband has offended you and you want to deal with him. You're thinking of sex. No, that's not the best way to go about it. Ladies, this year we have to actually change. We have to really change. We have to look at ourselves and talk to the lady in the mirror and see what we need to change, from what we need to actually break up from. What habits do you need to break up from this year? Look at yourself very well and clean the slate. Start all over. Yes, start all over. It is very, very important. All right, so we're still on the ladies' court, and don't forget, we're talking about a new year, a new lady for this January edition, and that's why I'm coming this way, because we need to be, plain and blunt with ourselves. Yes. Okay. Yes. Don't forget. Do not use fasting as an excuse. Do not use "I'm tired" as an excuse. Fine, I know, I understand. I do it too. I understand that. Would have gone, out since morning, especially if you're a working lady. Yes, you'd have gone out since morning. You come back to meet the children, or probably you even took the children out, to the workplace and on their holiday, especially when they're still on holiday, or you took them to school, you went back to pick them in school, all through you stayed with them, and all of that, blah blah blah. Yes, I understand, but a lot of times find time for the man, give him what he needs, give him back to back. Don't forget. And of course, be sensitive to his feelings. Yes, that's the fourth one I'm going to be talking about. Be sensitive to his feelings. Yes, men can feel funny a lot of times. Like, it's not only ladies that feel emotional. Men can also be emotional. Yes, sense when he has mood swings. Yes, sense when he suddenly changes in his mood. Okay, at this minute he was playing with you and laughing. The next minute he just changed. He's no longer responding to your questions and all of that. Ask him questions. Maybe you said something that really did not go down well with him. Just study him. This time now, you can be his mom. Yes, I know the first point I said you should not mother your husband. Don't, act like his mom. Yes, in some areas, but like this time when it comes to taking care of him, studying his mood, and patting him in the back, petting him, and treating him like a pet, you can be his mom now. Yes, when he changes in his mood, you should know. When he is hungry, you should know. You should notice when any sudden change happens to your husband's mood. Yes, don't be too spiritual to notice this. Yes, a lot of times some ladies are too spiritual to notice their husband's mood. This will not work this year. Yes, this is Tosinfayo telling you this, and I'm really serious about it. Okay, so study his mood and know what to do about it. Ask him questions if you're the reason why his mood changed. Apologize. And that takes me to the next point. Make apology a register. When we're in school, they taught us registers. Okay, register means some particular group of words that are used in a particular field. Yes, that's what register means. Okay, so from your dictionary, make apology part of your register. Yes, you've offended your husband, but you cannot say sorry. Fine, we know men have ego. A lot of them don't know how to say sorry. I'm telling you, it got to a point in my marriage that my husband was almost going to let me learn how not to say sorry. But at a point, I thought twice, like, is this really going to work? Is this going to help this marriage? And I had to change. Yes, men generally, I'm not actually attacking the persons of our men now, but like, it's just the truth must be said. Okay, so men generally do not really want to know how to say sorry. A couple of them do not know how to say it. Some of them are learning it, some of them really don't want to know it. But like, as a lady, you must know how to say I am sorry. It's one thing you would train your children with. If you don't have it, you can't give it. And that's a general saying that you can't give what you don't have. So if you don't learn how to say sorry as a lady, you cannot teach the children you would have or the children you already have. So learn to say sorry. Make apology part of your register. And this is where I'm going to be saying a goodbye on this show today. I guess you have been able to hold on to something on this show today. The ladies' court it has been. And again, I'm saying welcome to you into year 2021. And it's going to be a smooth sail, I pray. This year will favor you and favor me. All that we lost in 2020, we will recover in manifolds this year in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Yes. All right. So thank you so much for joining me on this show today. The Ladies' Court. A new year, a new you, a new lady. Yes. Okay. So I pray we'll be able to, make good use of all these things I've said. You can actually sit down and think too to see all of those things you've been doing that really are not too good in your marriage with your spouse. Okay, I'll still be coming this year. I'm going to talk about those attitudes you should not embrace or you should not keep so that the children would not inherit them from you as a lady, as an adorable lady that you are. So for this episode, this is my goodbye and a kiss for you. Thank you so much, ladies. I love you all and I cherish you a lot, like a lot. Thank you. Welcome to 2021 and have a good time all through the year. I love you. Bye.